One. Okay, using properties of exponents. This should be a review for you, because you should have done this in algebra for sure. Okay, so we're going to talk about it, we're going to go over it. It's easier to do than looking through all this stuff. It's not that difficult, this lesson isn't. Okay, there are several properties of exponents. Yes, you're going to need to know the names of them because you have to identify them in your homework, which ones you're using. There's a chart. You can use the chart in your book, okay? They start to stick in your head anyhow after writing them down every time, so it's okay. You'll be fine, okay? Product of powers. If I have two products that are being multiplied together and they have the same base, a to the m power times a to the n power, then my powers get added together. So 5 cubed times 5 to the negative 1 gives me 5 cubed plus negative 1, which gives me 5 squared, which gives me 25. When your homework says evaluate, it wants it all the way written out. So your final solution of whatever number that is. You don't want powers left. So on your homework it's going to say, tell me what property you used, and tell me what and evaluate this. So you're going to have to tell me the property and you're going to have to evaluate this. Power of a power is when I have a number raised to a power raised to a power. So a to the m to the n power, you multiply the powers together. 3 cubed squared, you multiply 3 and 2 together, you get 3 to the 6, which is 729. Then you have power of a product, okay? When I have two numbers inside of parentheses being multiplied together and then raised to a power, I can distribute the power first and then I can multiply them together. So 2 times 3 to the 4th is 2 to the 4th times 3 to the 4th, which is 1,296. Perfect. Okay? Negative exponents. We can't have negatives, period. If it's negative, you simply flip it. If it says a to the negative m, I flip it to say 1 over a to the m. If it says 1 over a to the negative m, I flip it to say a to the m. You just flip it always. So 7 to the negative 2 is the same as 1 over 7 squared, which is 1 over 49. Zero exponent is easy. Anything to the 0 power gives me what number?
0.
1. 1, Alex, 1.
What? Yeah.
Anything to the 0 gives me 1.
1.
Quotient of powers says if I have the same bases again, like a to the m divided by a to the n, then my powers subtract. So quotient equals subtraction. Division equals subtraction. So 6 to the negative 3 over 6 to the negative 6 would give me 6 to the negative 3 minus negative 6, which is a flip, and you get 6 cubed, which is 216. And then the power of a quotient, once again, if I have a divisible problem, whatever, I can't speak. If I have a divided by b in parentheses and it's raised to the m power, I can distribute that first to each and then divide. So 4 over 7, and it's in parentheses squared, I get 4 squared over 7 squared, which gives me 16 over 49.
We can use the chart on the test.
No.
See, this is
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I can add.
No, but I'm telling you, by the time we get to a quiz or test, you're going to be okay with it. It's pretty simple. You can abbreviate it to product powers. All I'm looking for is the keywords, like product power, power powers, quotient power.
But this product of
0
powers
power.
and this product of power.
What?
Of a power.
He's saying like power of product and product of power.
Yeah. It makes sense though. Product of powers is when the bases are the same and you're multiplying numbers together. Power of a product is when I'm multiplying something
Oh,
together
let's
first
go.
and
Mine
raising
is
it to a
backwards. I
power.
can't even see. Wow.
Okay, scientific notation, you guys should be familiar with this. We're going to change things into scientific notation today. Remember, with a number, that's the constant. It's like c times 10 to some power. Whatever that number is cannot be greater than 10. It has to be less than 10. So you have to get it into that form. We're going to talk about a bunch of these. Let's look at lots of examples. Evaluate the expression. Tell which properties of exponents you used. How do I evaluate 4 squared cubed?
Oh, 2 times 3.
Yes.
6.
4
To the 6.
which equals 4 to the 6, which is what?
Anyone got a calc?
Because it says evaluate, you're gonna need calculators today.
I need my calculator.
Get the calcs out.
I've got it.
Hurry up, Claw.
What is 4 to the 6th?
What, Ari?
4,096. Now, it also says tell which properties of exponents to use. Which property did I use?
Oh, I know. Power of powers.
Power of powers.
Power of powers. I knew that out of my head.
No, wait, what did you mean? Yeah, he said it. Oh, I know.
I used my resources.
Power of powers. Okay? What do I do here? -8 times -8 cubed.
16 cubed.
No.
It's 8 cubed.
No.
-8.
What is always with a number
One.
power-wise?
Oh, 8 to the 4th.
So it's -8 to the 1 plus 3, so yes, -8 to the 4th. What is -8 to the 4th?
Well, it's 8 to the 4th.
-400.
You can't have a negative number.
4,000.
4,096.
4,096. I can't have a negative because my power is positive.
Can't.
What product did I use?
Ugly.
What
Oh,
property did I use?
you product of powers.
Product of powers, because I'm multiplying and then I do powers.
No, it's not.
About to say, how did you do that?
Where's the coffee?
Product of
330.
powers. What do I do over here?
You multiply each
2
one.
thirds over 9 thirds.
You mean 2 cubed
Yeah, that.
over 9 cubed? What is 2 cubed? What is 2 cubed?
2 times 2 equals 4, 4 times 12.
No.
Oh.
16.
2 times 2 is
8.
4. 4 times 2 is
8.
8.
That's what I said.
What is 9 cubed?
9 times 9 equals 27.
729. 729.
729.
It's a,
And what
math.
what property is that?
it's a
That
Monday.
Power of quotient. Of a quotient.
Wow, how'd you know that?
My brain.
she's not.
Open the book for me.
Okay, power of quotient. Now, what do I do over here?
You gotta know that there's a 1 on each one of those.
6 times 10 to the -4 over 9 times 10 to the 7th.
We didn't learn this.
I believe you would do 10 to the -4th first. And then times it by 6.
Oh, I know, you divide. I mean, you subtract.
Okay, yes.
Because 10.
I'm subtracting the exponents, but what do I need to do? Focus on this portion first. What should I do with 6 and 9?
Oh, you, yeah. You.
Yeah.
Reduce. I couldn't
So if I divide both by 3, I get
2/3.
2/3. So I have 2 times 10 to the -4th, and then I have 3 times 10 to the 7th. Now Anna said I subtract those, correct?
See.
So -4 minus 7 gives me what?
-11.
Okay, so I have this. I have 2 times 10 to the -11th over 3. What's wrong with that?
It can't have that.
Can't have what?
A fraction.
No, I can have a fraction.
Oh, a
Can't have
negative.
Negative exponent. So I need to put it down below. So I get 2 over 3 times 10 to the 11th. Now, I did several things. What was this step that I did here?
Subtraction. Property of division.
Property
Of subtraction.
of what?
Seduction.
Of quotient.
Or science.
It's quotient of powers.
That's what it's called, Anna. You are stupid.
That's what she just asked.
Quotient of powers? Yes.
You stupid.
So this
Fight
is
you.
quotient of powers.
Hey, why is your calculator so weird?
And what's this down here that I did?
And version of a negative exponent.
Negative exponents. So on your homework, if there is more than one step, you're going to have to tell me what all you did to get to that final solution. Okay? I would focus if I were you guys. A swarm of locusts may contain as many as 85 million locusts per square kilometer and cover an area of 1,200 square kilometers. About how many locusts are in such a swarm?
A
Too
lot.
many.
How can I figure that out?
85 squared. Wait, no.
Would it be 85 times?
85 million?
Would that be?
Okay, let's talk about that.
Oh, 85 times
8.5 to the
times 10 to the
6.
6, yeah.
You guys are geniuses.
What'd you say?
Geniuses.
So if I do 85 million times 1,200,
Put it,
that's gonna be rough.
put it in scientific
Put it in
notation.
scientific notation. What's 85 million turn into?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I'm honestly about to leave.
10 to the negative 7.
This is what we did in biology
Yeah,
class.
And what does 1,200 turn into?
1.2 times 10 to the third.
Wasn't that biology?
I'm leaving. I'm
Now,
leaving.
how do you do this?
8.5 times
You put them
Okay,
over
what's
each
8.5 times 1.2?
other. Oh, no say.
Well, someone figure it out for me.
I'll figure it out. 8.5 times what?
1.2.
10.2.
Okay, so you get
10 to the
10.2 and then 10 to the 10. What's wrong with this?
You can't
10. You
have.
can't be more than 10.
So what do I have
Move
to
it
do?
over and it'd be 1.02 times 10 to the 11.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what they want. Okay? Okay, simplify. Simplify. X to the negative 3 y cubed parentheses squared over x to the fifth y to the sixth. What do I need to do?
Can we put numbers in
So
there?
with the parentheses.
Well, honestly,
Brain doesn't think
just
like that.
So what do I do with that?
look at your.
You have to add them.
Nope.
You gotta put 2 times
No, when
negative
you
3,
have
2
to-
times 3.
Yep,
But
you
we
want to
don't.
distribute the 2 by multiplying them, because a power to a power you multiply. So I get x to the negative 6, y to the 6 over x to the fifth, y to the 6. What happens now?
It's the first one. You subtract.
You subtract, okay? But I don't even need to waste my time subtracting this because it's the same thing. So it's gonna cancel.
Okay.
So in reality, it's letter B.
Number B.
So I get x to the negative 11. I can't have a negative exponent, so you have to
Flip it,
flip it. So
Actually,
yes, you get.
number B.
Yes.
Actually, in reality, it's number B.
Okay, let's practice some more. Simplify the expression. Tell which property of exponents you use. What do I do for the first one?
We say it's the last page.
You
Nope.
add all of them.
You add all of them. So I have x to the negative 6 plus 5 plus 3, which is what?
2.
X squared. And what property is that?
Power of
Product of powers.
Product of powers.
I'm illiterate.
That's funny because a lot of people are.
Okay, now tell me what do I do here? 7 y squared z to the fifth y to the negative fourth z to the negative 1. What do I do?
You should
Oh my gosh.
Hello?
foil.
He almost knocked me over.
Knocked you over.
Yeah, I was walking and trying to show her something.
Who is that?
That was Gary.
You're
Say that so loud.
Okay. So what do I get? Does 7 multiply to anything?
No.
No, so 7 stays the same. Now what do you do?
Why?
2 plus negative 4.
2 plus negative 4. And z to the 5 plus negative 1. So I get 7 y to the
Negative second.
and z to the,
Negative one.
and then what do you have to
You
still
have to
do?
put
Put it over
y,
in a fraction.
7y over. On the bottom!
No,
You
z
have to put it on
z
the
to
bottom.
the 7 stays up top. It doesn't have a negative exponent. You treat each thing individually. Okay? Now, tell me, what was this step that we did first?
Powers of product.
Powers, product of powers, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then what did we do last?
Quotient of
Just
powers.
switch it.
Power.
No, not quotient,
Negative exponent.
negative exponents.
Oh, lol.
I think Flash like to mess with my brain.
Okay, negative exponents.
Oh.
Okay, what?
Next question.
Yes. Now, s cubed over t to the negative fourth, and it's all squared. What do I do?
Well, I believe you would square it
Distribute.
first.
Yep, square it first, so I get s to the what?
To the negative.
6. And I get t to the what?
Negative 8.
Negative 8.
So you
What
have,
was that step that we just did?
It was the one that you said before.
distribution.
No.
Power of a question.
Nope.
Oh, power of a power.
Power of a power.
And then you flip them.
Flip and flop. But actually not really, you just have to put the T
And
on
then
top.
what did you say you do?
Put it on the
T.
top.
S to the 6, t to the 8. What is that called?
It's called negative
Exponent.
exponent.
Anytime there's a negative exponent, that's what you use.
Why can't we just do a zero
Wow, this is so
exponent? Those are my favorite ones.
Now, last one. How do I do this?
Distribute that bad boy.
Distribute.
Okay, so I get x to the what?
To the
No.
12. Y to the what?
Negative 6.
negative 6.
X to the what?
9.
9.
And y to the...
18.
18.
Okay, what was that called that I just did?
Power of a power.
Power of power.
Distribute.
Okay, calm down.
I didn't even look.
Now what do I do?
You have to divide, subtract.
So
Yeah,
12 minus 9, and I have negative 6 minus 18. What's 12 minus 9?
3.
So x cubed, and I get y to the negative what?
24.
Okay, and what was that step called?
Power of a,
Quotient of power.
Quotient of power?
yeah.
Quotient of power.
Power. And then you
You gotta
got.
put that bad boy on the bottom.
Yep, and what's that called?
Negative exponent.
Put them in the dungeon.
Finally.
She's illiterate too.
Of course it's stupid. It's not.
Okay, so
Cool, what's poppin'?
on that one I had 3
Fine,
lovely
on.
steps. Okay, now, last thing.
Oh, Baljeet?
No, Beetlejuice.
I'm dumb.
Beetlejuice is one of the stars found in the constellation of Orion. Its radius is about 1,500 times the radius of the sun. How many times as great as the sun's volume is the Beetlejuice volume?
Well, what's the volume?
How do you find the volume? What shape is the sun?
A circle.
So how do you find the volume of a sphere?
So 2 pi r.
No, volume. That means there's not going to be a squared in it. There's going to be a what in it? A cube. So the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay? Now, tell me, how can I compare? It says its radius is about 1,500 times the radius of the sun. How many times as great as the sun's volume is the Beetlejuice volume?
Put a parenthesis
So,
15.
what is the radius? Do we know what the radius of the Beetlejuice is? We're going to do Beetlejuice over the sun. 4/3 pi. Do you know what the radius is?
No say.
Its radius is
15 times. 15.
100 times the radius.
15,000, Cora? Do you want $1,500 or $15,000?
And what is, we don't know what the radius of the sun is, correct?
You get neither.
Now, what do I know about this equation right away?
Cancel them out.
Cancel what out?
The 4/3
And the pie.
pi and the cube.
So then you have 1,500 r cubed over r cubed, right?
Distribute.
What's 1,500 cubed?
Nobody knows. It's 45.
45.
45 something.
No,
No,
it's not.
that's
327.
Oh,
that's 15 times
Good,
3.
Cora.
0, 0. Cora.
3,
Come on now.
7, 7, 5, and then there's 6 zeros.
Yeah.
0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Thank you.
That's how many.
You get $0.
So what happens now?
Well, I got seen
That are cute.
Good, so my answer though,
Put it in
I don't,
scientific notation.
yes.
Okay,
What a G.
3.4 times 10 to the 9.
Wait, why is it 3.4?
Because she rounded it,
Come back,
to
Alex.
You're the fool if you need to-
beautiful. That is what you're doing on your homework tonight. All of that loveliness.
I love homework.
Get busy.
This